So back in the graveyard here. Just back coming over after helping, spending a day helping the girl with the MS. And just back in, I just decided, because it was a lovely evening, to come down and visit the parents' graveyard. But yeah, I want to talk about something I've been meaning to talk about, which is the difference between men and women. Again, I need to speak about it. I have an aunt, and she's a very nice person, and but however, she has a demon or a devil attached to her in one respect, in the sense that, we'll say, she can't help sowing division between members of the family. And so I said kind of to her recently that I thought that the Catholic Church was a satanic institution, and that the Pope is satanic, evil, and basically then I have cousins further down the road who are strict Catholics, and I notice now, whereas where I used to just go down a bit further, get them some buns from the shop in the village and further down, next down, I'd bring back those buns and I'd stop and talk to them for a bit. Now I see that the eldest girl is, my first cousin is, driving off and not being there each time. And I was talking to her at one stage too, about 3 weeks ago, up on a hill, passing by, and I was on the electric bike and she was out for a walk, and basically we were talking about Christianity, and she said yes, like something about Catholicism being I don't know what she said, but I could tell by her body language when she turned her head away when she said the word Catholicism. She knew something about my views that she was responding to physically. So I knew at that point that my aunt had said this to her about it. And that same aunt once said as well, to my, it's a family thing basically, that she saw division between me and my brother and sister as well. Now, she's not a bad person, but this, like, women enact war with words, and they enact war with emotions, whereas men enact war with physically, with violence. There's a difference. There's a big difference. And this is one of the reasons. This is one of the differences that has to be acknowledged before we can go further in society. And I do believe that men have authority over women. But the problem, as I've alluded to and said many times in the past on my videos, that the problem is that men have no moral authority over themselves, and so they've lost their morality, and so women don't adhere to them, and they don't trust them. So if a man is an alcoholic, he drinks too much, he can't be relied on. That's immoral. If he's a father and a husband, if he watches pornography, she can't trust him. His mind is being destroyed by pornographic images. Not to mention, not to speak about the fact that basically he's committing adultery with other women in his heart, being a married man. And also men, we say, who just love materialism rather than investing money back into their having more children, which is the law of God. So again, we have this issue. A lot of the people who started watching this channel started watching it, because they could see mass immigration happening in Ireland, and they could see the Irish being replaced in Ireland. And well, part of the problem is that the Irish men lost their morality and their deference to a higher power and God, shall we say, and the law that God decrees. And so basically they became their own gods. And yes, the Catholic Church has a lot to do with that, with the pedophilia within the church, and people then discarding God because of their shock at what happened within the church. Um, and I think that's part of the satanic agenda for people to lose God, was that the church it did this knowingly. That they knew that by having the body of Christ disillusioned with the main institution that sells God to them, that basically they then lose their belief in that God. Whereas the two are not the same thing. You know, your belief in a God is not the Catholic Church. Your belief in Jesus Christ is not the Catholic Church. Those are two different things. One is an institution. So I'm just rambling at the moment, but there was an addendum, there was an additional thought that I wanted to add to the thing about women, men having power and authority over women, and that there is a responsibility with that, and that you can't have that authority over women. Women expect that authority, even subconsciously. They expect it to be led by men, but this is why you see women becoming men. This is why they become lesbians. This is why they become bisexual and broken, psychologically broken, and trying to act like men. Now you see Satan has taken complete control over the media, and you see what's being pushed now is female boxing, young girls boxing, young everything now is women in playing soccer, playing rugby, and you don't see anything of men anymore in the media. This is the end of this system. You understand? Once that's pushed to this level, there's no coming back until that system dies and ends, which is going to happen. So you all need to get ready for what's coming in the not too distant future. Strongly recommend you take any little bit of ground you have, put some compost on it, and start planting seeds. There are a lot of good groups on Facebook about growing your own vegetables, homesteading, polytonal groups, all that kind of thing. Get into it now. Start getting your head straight. Take your hand off your dick. Stop watching pornography. Stop drinking. Stop taking drugs, and start focusing on what will keep you and the ones you love alive around you. Okay? We need to start building infrastructure and local supply chains, and start getting intelligent about this. Okay? So yeah, I'm just rambling away. But it's intelligent rambling, so that's why I know that you listen. When I think of the other thing, I'll get back to you. Anyway, I'm the Irish Furian. The Irish Furian. I've had a day of it. I'm the Irish Furian, and we'll talk again. Okay, bye.